Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to speak like that. Can you imagine? Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first of hopefully many YouTube videos to come. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is to introduce you guys to me, tell you a bit about myself. So, I'll just start with how I got into training. As a teenager, I was very unactive. I hated PE. I used to forget my kit on purpose. When I was leaving school, I had no idea what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be. But I did know this, nothing to do with sports. I did not want to do anything to do with sports. Now, when I was 16, I left school, moved to a new area. I was going to a college in this new area, so I had that big break between, school and college. And my cousin was in the area that I moved to, and he recommended a gym. It was £100 for the year. It was exercise for less, so a commercial gym. It was relatively new as well. The commercial gyms were. So I paid the £100, which isn't a lot for a year membership, but it was most of the money I had. So it was a massive incentive for me to keep going to the gym. So I went and I literally caught the bug like that. I just went and I just kept going. This was the first time I dedicated myself to something. Like I said, as a teenager, I used to just be very lazy, very unmotivated. I used to just come home and play on the Xbox, and that was the only thing I actually dedicated myself to. So yeah, back onto training. I just went and I had quite a basic split written out for me. I think it was something like chest and biceps, back and triceps, and legs and shoulders. And I would go a day, miss a day, go a day, miss a day, and I would rotate between those days. It was a very basic plan, and literally I would just keep doing that. I would go a day, miss a day, go a day, miss a day, and I would have been training for weeks, actually months on my own, and I just went and just through enjoying it. I knew I wanted to gain muscle. I knew I enjoyed the gym, and it wasn't until I actually started putting on a little bit of muscle, people started speaking to me. I remember one of the conversations with one of my best friends now, and he actually was a big reason how I got initially into bodybuilding. Is he came up to me and he said, what do you do for your forearms? So I was like, I don't know. It was a bizarre thing to be asked how I trained a specific thing and to be noted for a specific body part. But yeah, as I made friends in the gym, they were interested in bodybuilding, they got me interested in bodybuilding, and it grew from there. It was just a progressive sort of interest, and some may or have called it an obsession, may still, because when I was out the gym, I was thinking about the gym, and when I was in the gym, I was in my element. And I would literally just be looking at bodybuilders all the fucking time, all the time. I'd be on YouTube. When I'm in class, like I chose IT in college, and all I was doing in IT was talking about the gym and looking at bodybuilders, and honestly, there was no one who was relating to me. It was crazy. But yeah, I met some friends in the gym, and we decided to go body power. 2015 this was, and this is when the IFBB was still associated with body power. So I got to meet people like Phil Heath. I got to see a few shows. I believe there was a bodybuilding show, and I remember seeing it. I was like, wow, that's incredible. that's absolutely incredible. It blew my mind to actually see a bodybuilding show for the first time. And I said to myself, I'm going to do a bodybuilding show. I'm going to do a bodybuilding show um, next year in 2016. And I still at the time did not know enough to prep. And I remember going to a seminar. I was going to different seminars, trying to learn, taking my notepad with me and trying to learn. I was going to I remember going to a Flex Lewis one, and one where I thought would give me all the information I needed to know about prepping was a Chris Aceto and Sean Rhodes seminar held at Strength Asylum. And I thought, right, I'm going to take this notepad and I'm going to learn how to prep. And then I'll be able to prep, and then I'll go on stage and I'll be able to do Body Power 2016. And that was my frame of mind. I went there, and of course, it was not that easy to learn all that information to do a good bodybuilding prep. I left, I was the only person who wasn't a bodybuilder and who didn't compete. I was also the youngest person there as well. But luckily for me, I met the coach that did prep me for that year, and he put some things into perspective for me. His name's Zach Leeson, Lionheart, great guy. But yeah, we started a bodybuilding prep together, and it was a very long one. It was 4 to 2 weeks, and essentially we started with this goal that I just wanted to take part in a bodybuilding show. I didn't care where I placed or what I did not care. I just wanted to experience a bodybuilding prep because I knew I loved bodybuilding. I knew I loved being a spectator of bodybuilding, but I didn't know whether I enjoyed the process. And this was a test to me, and this was the first big challenge I ever really had in my life, that I was gonna, the big goal. So I thought, I'm gonna prove to myself and other people that I could do it. Because like I said, I didn't dedicate myself to anything until the gym at this point. So friends and family looking from the outside in did not really actually believe I was going to be able to do this. But I was so determined. So we did it, and I competed in the UK DFBA. My first show was a novice show, and I remember prepping for that, and it was going very well, very smooth. And on my show day, I was actually ill. I was sick, and also I lost my granddad like a couple of weeks before, and this all sort of added up. And without throwing any excuses there, I really wasn't as good as I should have been on that day. I lost. I did not qualify for the finals, and I did what I said I wanted to do. I took part of the bodybuilding competition I wanted to do, and it just wasn't enough. It really wasn't enough. It aggravated me that I did not get a chance to showcase what I worked for. Like I said, I was ill on the day. I blew up with water from just throwing up and things like that. So what I did is I essentially just said to Zach, again, who was my coach at the time, I said, right, let's go again. And it was very awkward timing. So this one was in June. Then I would prep for the August qualifier, which was the Northern, I believe, and which kept digging from there. Ended up qualifying, and then we carried on digging until October, which was the finals, and it was great. And then we ended up taking the finals. We ended up winning the finals, which was unbelievable. Because at the beginning of the year, I did not even begin to think I would win a show, and now I've won a British finals. This was the UK DFBA British finals, and from there, I got invited to the WNBF Worlds, which was held in LA. Now, just a bit of backstory. I remember saying to my friends, The dream would be to go and compete in California as a bodybuilder, to fly over and compete in California as a bodybuilder, because I just saw that, the Arnold trained there, he competed there, and that just seemed to be the land of bodybuilding to me, anyway. And later that year, as it so happened, I got invited to compete in the Worlds, where I placed second. And that was a bittersweet moment, because I was very grateful to be there and to have that opportunity. But that second place, again, just like the qualifier, was not good enough. And I just wanted more from it. And I made a vow. I have not stopped thinking about it. I've thought about this every single day. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back and win. I'm gonna be unbeaten. That has been the goal. So I went into my off season. I pushed up to 232 pounds, and once I did that, I established Imperium. Online coaching. No, I made Imperium. When I wasn't in the gym, I was watching podcasts, I was researching, I was doing everything I could to sort of gain knowledge for not only my own prep, but to become a very good competitive coach. Because I knew that if I was to get into coaching, I wanted to be a very fucking good coach. And I knew that would take a lot of work to just do my homework, and again, just doing the research. So yeah, when I was in the gym, I was outside the gym doing my research. We started prep in 2018 at 232 pounds, quite a fluffy boy. And then as we were cutting down, we were on track, we were doing very well, but I had to pull out due to some circumstances, which was very frustrating. But what's happened has happened. I'll do another video explaining what happened from that and how I managed to come back from that. But yeah, I had a couple months off training, and me and AJ Morris from MBM Coaching, made by Morris Coaching, we were back and forwards. He was very eager to coach me, and I was very eager to be coached by him. And he essentially saw potential in me that I could achieve the goals that I wanted, which was to win a British. And he raised the bar with the goals that I actually wanted, because, and with that really motivated me to get back on track, because having someone to see that much potential in myself, yeah, that was very motivating. So so this year, the goal as it stands, I'm just over 2 weeks out from the BNBF Midlands qualifier. 25th of August it is, and that's held in Birmingham. And I'm also just over 4 weeks from the UKDFBA Northern, held in Manchester. I'm hoping to obviously qualify for both finals. I'm hopefully I am wanted to win both British, and that is the goal. They are the goals set by AJ as well, and we're very confident. And this prep has gone very smooth. We're being very sort of conservative with the deficit, with the ammunition, especially in comparison to the last prep where I just kept digging because the shows were in awkward times and just had a different approach. Just to put it into perspective, as a teenager, when I was prepping, I was at 1600 calories, doing 2 hours of cardio a day. I was doing no carbs. I was having high carb days of 60 grams of carbs. It was hard, to say the least. And I was training 6 days a week. Now a different story. I look better for it. But yeah, that is pretty much my story for anyone who is following me or anyone who actually gives a fuck. Like I said, this will be the first of many videos to come. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, subscribe, like. If you haven't, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I'll catch you later.